Hey everybody, it's the Red. Let's play a game, shall we? I am here with Galaxy Girls. That's what this one is called, I think. Let me just look at it. Yeah, that's what it was, right? Yeah. Well, it's another fucking Darker Studio game, and I figured, you know, the last Darker Studio game I played was about mechs. This one is in space, so I figured I'm just kind of rounding up this shit and connecting it to the whole Sunrider theme my channel is predominantly apparently about, and I figured I'd give it a run through since it just dropped. Give it a run through just like a chainsword runs through a heretic's abdomen. Wait, what? In any case, let's just get started. Sure. I am recording, right? Yes, I am. I am recording. Just making fucking sure. I'm professional. The DLC, yeah, none of these are even out, but I will have access to them, I believe, when they do come out, and I may record them. I don't know. I'm fucking deep into vodka right now, so I'm not sure of much. Except that this is the main game. Click. Hey, the little fucking animation. Oh, well, it's the beginning of Fallout 4. No, they're gonna shoot my wife. Or my husband. You know, in context. Never mind. Click. An ominous noise forces my eyes open. A machine sounds as a large, cover-like section of the dome encasing me rises high into the air. I slide my way off the inner platform of the machine, careful not to let my hair catch in the cracks. As I stand up, I quickly straighten my clothes. Finally, I reach out to close the hatch behind me. Okay, so this is me, I suppose, then. I do recall this game of supposedly having a female protagonist. If I think. We'll find out, I guess. In any case. Finally, I reached to close the hatch behind me. After several minutes of... Okay, since that figure there did not speak to me with a name or question marks, as the case may be, I'm assuming that was me. I am Brunette IR. After several minutes of waiting, two more of the ominous machines open their hatches. I don't know if you could say these aren't ominous. They do not possess an aura of danger about them. They're just, you know, boxes. They're fucking ice coffins. Oh, hello. You have quite a... You blinked? No, creepy. First, a young woman with deep black hair and who seems rather eccentric. Is that what you say because of the highlights or the clothing choice or the makeup? And who seems rather eccentric steps out. Somehow she almost seems excited while she's smiling. Is that your limit here? Is that the limit of your definition for excitement? Hey, she has her mouth open. Don't go there. Secondly, another woman, one with curly blonde hair and green eyes, which defy her complexion. I mean, it's kind of the Riku thing going on, and I honestly think tan and green match. Anyway, what the fuck am I... Slides out as well. In contrast to the prior woman, this one seems less than happy. I take my place, standing in front of the two new additions. Welcome to the Blossom. That's the name. Of fucking course, it's the name. Of fucking course. Is that supposed to be a Yuri joke? I do hope the two of you had a good rest. My name is Erica. I'll be your acting captain. They don't seem to like this. And no, I'm in control of her. You shouldn't be happy at all. The two women standing in front of me look at each other, both visibly confused. Both of them take a thorough glance around the room. I patiently await their readiness. Oh, okay, I think I see what you mean. Thanks, but I think there's a bit of a mix-up. I wasn't told anything about a flight. To be honest, I don't even remember how I got here. It's gonna turn into like a version of Roll For It, Stars Without Numbers fucking playthrough. God. Where's the barbarian? Where's Ulysses? Oh. Yes, I wasn't told anything about it either. Please bring me home as soon as possible. I have things to do. I don't know what's going on, but I won't ask any questions as long as I can go. Okay. So... is this like... I would assume, initially, this is some sort of a side effect of cryostasis. It has possibly some kind of a degradation, I don't think that's the word. Memory degradation? Or... for some reason, in my mind, degradation... I'm pretty sure it is a word, but my brain is saying no. but I'm almost positive, and the more I think about it, the more it sounds correct, which is a contradiction to the usual say a word too many times and it loses its meaning. I'm saying it more and more in my head and it's gaining meaning. So perhaps there's some level of memory degradation to go with cryostasis, which I suppose wouldn't sound too far-fetched. I mean, you're locked in an ice box for however long. Your memories decay a bit, or at least short-term. I stared at them for a long moment before giving my head a slight shake from side to side. No, there was no mistake. You two are now the crew of the spaceship Blossom. Oh, well. ID 10564, the mechanic, and ID 10356, the doctor, correct? Well, my ID number is 10564, and I am a mechanic by trade. Impossible. I never consented to this. Correct. Consent was neither given nor requested for this mission. Wait. So did we just straight up kidnap these bitches? Wait. Consent was neither given nor requested. Or were they like requisitioned by some corporate group? I don't... You neither had to want to be here nor say you would allow yourself to be taken. You're just here. Now shut the fuck up and get to your stations. If I may be so inclined, and I don't think there's really much of a choice, you are so inclined right now, I would like to get to know the both of you better. What are your names, privates? First off, you may not want to call them privates. That may not really endear you to them that much more. The quiet, blonde woman grits her teeth at me with visible contempt. Actually, her mouth is open. There can't be much teeth gritting. I see. So that's how it is. And then just straight... Okay, yeah, you may want pills. I guess on me then. Okay! Well, that was... Either you have some problems, or you're just very good at dealing with the situation that you're faced with. I don't know. But I get it. I guess it's fine with her. My name's Kotoha. Nice to meet you. I hope you all get along. Heh. What are you? What? How can you so easily accept this woman's explanation? Do you even realize the gravity of the situation? The energetic young woman named Kotoha turns out to our yet unnamed companion. Sure I do. No point dwelling on it though, right? Now I have all the time in the world to catch up on my anime and video game backlog. Oh no. Oh, fuck. How can that be a bad thing? You're supposed to be a crew member of a starship. You are expected to work. I mean, in your free time, if you want to go otaku yourself up, sure, but, you know... Be professional. I'm one to talk. Be professional. And, yeah. You seemed so reluctant only moments ago. Yeah, I know. She may not be stable. Now's not the time to be making jokes, little girl. They might take you seriously and keep you prisoner here. You're a prisoner here too, you know, despite what your reservations and so on, your reluctance aside. Nah, I was just confused. Oh, was that all? Besides, it's not like being grumpy is going to help anyone. Why not look at the bright side of things? No one's pointing a gun at our heads. Oh, about that. Get to your stations now. There is truth under there. You're doing a bit of an extreme, like, dunk your head straight into the vat of Kool-Aid kind of extreme, but there is a point there. Dwelling on the dwelling on negativity does not help you whatsoever. It actually just makes things worse. You'll get tired quicker, you'll get angrier quicker, your morale will plummet at an exponential rate. I'm not saying you should be mindlessly positive, but being mindlessly negative is just as bad, if not worse, in that it goes along with a defeatist attitude, which will make you less productive and even may affect your physical and mental health even more so. Just putting that out there. But I don't know, I'm not yet convinced that you're exactly in the right state of mind in any case. Hey, come on, tell us your name too. Shut your mouth. It really is wide open, shut it. Just... Not a chance, Captain. Please bring me home as quickly as possible. And not having guns pointed at our heads is the minimum courtesy we should be shown. That's also a good point. It's the minimum courtesy we should be shown. Have you no common sense? No, I don't think she does. I don't think she has sense at all. She's very much a space cadet. Well, she's on a spaceship, so fitting enough. I apologize. That isn't possible. As Kotoha said, why don't you introduce yourself for now? Being prickly certain won't be beneficial to any of us. You have to be kidding me. We're on a spaceship, just try and comply. I mean, you're in a big coffin floating in a void. I could just put you back in the little tiny ice coffin inside of the bigger coffin in the void, but you know, it's just your preference, ma'am. The captain's right. At best, you'll just make us cranky too. Spread like a disease. It's harmless to share your name, isn't it? Oh, or is this like an anime and you'll drop dead if you tell us? I might put you back in the ice coffin, in all honesty. I don't even know what the anime thing is. No, there's simply no point in telling you if I'm going home. Ignoring the rush of pity rising in the pit of my stomach, I place a stern gaze on the distressed woman. Ma'am, that won't be possible. Please, I ask that you cooperate with us for the time being. My name is Sarah. You know, that smile seems oddly conflicting with your previous demeanor. Almost like you're about to murder me. Sarah, I pray this ends quickly. Oh, I pray that when you say whatever ends, it won't be my life. I have a wedding to plan, you know. Oh, do you? If this is the product of a memory degradation effect of the cryo coffins, I am going to go ahead and make the assumption the reason she's here and not actually planning a wedding may perhaps have to do with the fact that said wedding did not go as planned. Perhaps there was a pear or a shape of a pear involved in said wedding. That was the first thing to pop into my mind. I don't know. We'll find out. Perhaps. Maybe. I don't know. For a split second, I avert my eyes towards the cold steel floor, the guilt gnawing away at me. Okay. What the fuck is going on, me? Oh, nice to meet you. Send me an invite, okay? I will put you back in the box. Right next to the goddamn frozen peas. Sarah twists her head around in surprise and sets her eyes on Kotoha. I don't even know you. Yeah? Congratulations. That's wonderful. Thank you. I suppose. Now, why don't we all get out of here? The dim lighting may give us all headaches if we linger too long. Come, I'll give you a tour of the ship. I suppose the dim lighting in the cryo chamber was probably to not give you headaches as soon as you came out of it. You know, give you a moment for your eyes to adjust to having, well, just woken up. This is the second hallway. You won't come down here much. To the right is the engine room, and to the left is the garden room. Garden? You mean like hydroponics? Garden room? As the name implies, it's really just a room filled with plants and flowers. Its main purpose is producing natural oxygen to distribute across this vessel. That is, I mean, sure, I'm sure it helps, but that is not exactly a very reliable source of fresh oxygen. Depending on what kinds of plants, how many there are, and the size of the vessel, it just doesn't seem like the most... Yeah, never mind, I'm overthinking this. The plants contained inside are bred to be more resilient than they are in the wild. Okay, I'll just turn my brain off and go with that. Sure, there we go. That sounds kind of cool. Well, just shh. Can we keep going already? I nod. Kotoha spins around confusedly and cranes her neck. Hey, didn't we skip a hall? What if we missed something important? What if there's a treasure chest with a Zodiac spear in it? Shut up. Oh no. What if you've already opened one of the chests that makes it disappear? I hate you. I chuckled before, smiling at the rambunctious woman. I think rambunctious is not the proper word. I think mentally just She's a lobotomite, isn't she? She's a fucking lobotomite that managed to actually maintain some semblance of sapience. And that semblance was just random knowledge about video games and anime. Don't worry, we'll go back to it. I'm sure this Zodiac spear of yours will still be waiting. No, it won't. Don't entertain her insanity. What are you even talking about? Delusions. Possibly dangerous delusions. Well, there's this weapon in the game called No, forget I asked. Erica, was it? Let's keep going. Yes, please. Oh, shut up. I will duct tape you. Not just your mouth, but you, to the wall. Now, you can tell us about it later. And I don't want her to. This is the main hallway. Those large doors at the end will bring you to the command center. The one next to it is the lounge, and the one close to us is the kitchen and dining area. The galley. You'll spend a lot of your time here, most likely. This is the third hallway. All the bedrooms are located here, as well as the laundry room. Barracks? Well, whatever. At the end of the hall in the infirmary, and there you go, that's terminology, is located the door on the right wall. Did I skip a lot of words there? I don't know, my brain is jumping around. While we're here, why don't you take a minute to claim your bedrooms? Shit, that was the wrong button. I'm not sure what exactly will be in them yet either, but they should be comfortable enough to get a good night's rest in, and to take a warm shower in too if you need one. The ponytail girl suddenly perks up with clear excitement. Wait, are there in-suite bathrooms? Yes, or so I've heard. From who? I open my mouth to answer, but stop before any sound can escape. Regardless of my personal feelings in the matter, I know I must persevere. You're waiting to drop a tactical nuke on their heads, aren't you? I'm sorry, we can chit-chat later. Let's continue as we were for now. With a suspicious glance, smart girl, Sarah eyes me up and down. In a way, it feels violating, but I endure for both our sakes. Violating. You're concealing information from them, and she's well aware. You're being very obvious about it. She's well aware of this. It's not anything violating. What's violating here is the fact that you're not telling her something she probably should know. I could potentially understand if it's, not going to be something easy to accept, which is the vibe I'm getting, why you may withhold it, but to let them kind of gain some of their bearings before you're cracking their skulls open, figuratively speaking, but don't hold out too long, otherwise it'll be even more damaging. Once satisfied, she simply shrugs and lets out a tired sigh. I need to be more careful what I say. I was close. I step over to a nearby terminal on the wall and type a code on the keyboard. Maybe the whole thing here, I'm lagging behind quite desperately, well, quite severely, that's the proper word. Perhaps the connection between the whole wedding being planned and her remark, my sort of thoughts on the wedding planning not going well, and her saying that consent was neither requested nor required for them to be enlisted on this event, onto the ship. Maybe because wherever they come from, potentially Earth or some other planet colony, I don't know, has suffered some kind of catastrophe which made life there difficult to impossible. And they just don't remember for whatever reason. But obviously I do recall. But that's the reason. That's the reason why consent would not have been required, is because the world was ending. Therefore, just get your asses on the ship and let's go. Which would tie into her wedding plans not going well, and not so much as a cause in that case, but rather as a side effect of said cataclysm. Moving on, though, I'm rambling. I'm not even rambling in a way that makes sense. My brain is all over the fucking place. I'm just kind of jumping back and forth between bits and pieces of thoughts. It's kind of like Frogger, but more chaotic. Moments later, the terminals in front of each unoccupied bedroom light up. I rejoin my subordinates, don't use that word, openly anyway, with a casual smile. Here you go. I have it off the consoles. Also, the reason she said acting captain, perhaps is because we commandeered the vessel, and she's not technically the official captain, which is what acting captain would apply to begin with. But I'm saying that in this sense, it would be because we maybe shouldn't be here, or the rest of the crew just didn't make it on. All you have to do now is enter a password on the terminal in front of your room you'd like to claim. Just don't forget it, okay? Okay, sounds fun. Sure. Konoha runs off towards the farthest door while Sarah remains glued at the spot with a disapproving look on her face. You two, I'm giving you both a head start. I'll pick last. Look, I understand that you do not wish to be here. I honestly do, but there's nothing you or I can do about it at the moment. Besides, there's no harm in choosing which bedroom to sleep in, is there? It's not like I'm throwing you into a prison cell or anything. You can even take a look around the ship once you're settled in. Ellipses. Resignation. There you go. Despite her apparent frustration, Sarah nonetheless makes her way toward the door closest to the infirmary. Finally, I head toward a bedroom of my own, filled with utter relief. Oh look, command center. I stand in front of a large computer. With the press of a button, an audio symbol appears on the display screen of the gadget. Taking in a deep breath, I fill myself with all the courage I can muster and suck down the anxiety that rests in my stomach. Sarah, Konoha, can you hear me? I'm going to assume so. What was I thinking? There's only from them to answer me back. God, how embarrassing. What, there's no, like, system-wide comm they can access to respond? That isn't... Okay, never mind. I sigh just quietly enough to prevent the microphone from picking it up. Could you two please come to the command center in 5 or so minutes? Thank you. I pace around the room in anticipation. Clink, clink. Eh? I look around, confused. I could have sworn I heard something. I could have sworn I read something which was intended to be, an onomatopoeia. The ventilation system must have sucked up too much dust. I should clean it out later. There's not an automatic scrubber, or has said scrubber been damaged? After several minutes of waiting, the mechanical doors finally slide open to reveal Sarah and Konoha. Good, you're early. Thank you for coming. Konoha grins widely at me. Yeah, it's freaky. What do you need, Cap? Sarah gives the girl a quick and disdainful glare before resentfully returning a gaze to me. I'd just like to give you both a quick overview of the command center control stations. In the case of an emergency or even certain routine checks, I'll need your guys' help to operate everything properly. As you can already see, the stations are spread across the room rather than centralized. Don't ask me why either. I'd like to know that too. I mean, they don't look spread out, they just look to be in different locations. In fact, equidistant towards the center of the room. That's not... Never mind. Don't ask me why either. I don't know too. Moving on. I begin by pointing toward the right side of the room. A small seat rests behind what looks to be a large keyboard with an even larger monitor attached to the wall behind it. Most notably, however, is the steering wheel protruding near the bottom of the keyboard. I believe, Konoha, you'd be best fit for this station. It's quite technical and requires a bit of upper body strength for manual controls. As a mechanic, I'm sure you have at least some experience with computers, am I correct? The young woman twirls around once before giving me a curtsy. Was that really necessary? Konoha sticks her nose up and turns away from Sarah. With her eyes settled on me, the girl's face melts back into a gentle, genuine grin. You bet your sweet booty. Uh-huh. I love computers. There's so many awesome MMOs to play, and well, you pick up stuff when you play PC games long enough. Not if you're me. I am fucking retarded when it comes to any kind of, even the slightest knowledge of how to run my fucking computer. Despite being born in a generation where I should, I'm basically like someone who is a few generations older. Well, a generation older. I should have said maybe a few decades older than I am, but whatever. In any case, this statement here, I have no faith. I have no faith at all. Yeah, you're gonna crash this into a planet or something. Or maybe just an asteroid or a lost satellite of some kind, just drifting aimlessly in the void. I return Konoha's lovely smile. I don't know about lovely, more like deranged. I see. I'm glad to hear it then. I'm not! With a scoff, Sarah places herself between us and stares daggers at the raven-haired girl. You're an odd child. Whatever your generation grew up on, I'm not sure I like it. Yeah, the victim pouts. Victim? We're gonna be victims of her killing us all. Child, hey, I'll be 20 in no time. Uh-huh. But besides, I've been an adult for 2 years already. I couldn't possibly be a child. That doesn't even make sense. Mentally, you bitch. Yeah, ellipses. Stunned, perhaps. Mourning her predicament. Odd. I presumed you'd be like 16. Fine, I'll admit it. I'm sensitive about my young lookingness, so let's drop it, okay? Young lookingness. Youthful appearance would have been the more proper way to say it, but you're not. Yeah, never mind. Whatever. Thank you. I mirrored that sentiment. I try my hardest to hold back my laughter. Thankfully, I am successful, though my jaw has grown sore from the resistance. I'll assume that this arrangement is fine as is then. Now, on to the left. Next, I raise my other arm and point to the left side of the room. In the corner, there is a small desk and a chair. On the desk sits a large monitor. Every few seconds, the numbers and charts displayed on an update. Sarah, you'll be stationed here. It should be relatively easy for you to operate without further instructions. In fact, you don't even need to use the pesky keyboard. It entirely uses touchscreen technology. Fine, I'll go along with this for now. But, you know, I have no clue what I'm supposed to do with this so-called station. Ah, right. You'll monitor the vitals of the ship. Any errors in the system or damage to the ship will cause a warning to pop on the screen. You can also open and close the safety partitions from there simply by pressing the lock icon in the corner of the screen. So, kind of like... Fuck. Kind of like playing FTL, and you're in control. Good luck. While I'm at it, I may as well clarify your job for you too, Konoha. You can manually steer the ship, adjust the power and speed outputs, things like that. Basically, from your station, you can manually drive the ship if necessary. There shouldn't be any situation that calls for that, but you can never be sure. Yes, there are situations where unforeseen predicaments do arise and force you to take drastic measures to survive. Got it. She gives me a quick wink. Sounds easy peasy to measy. You're gonna kill us. You really are. Really? Measy? Good. After a lull in the discussion, Sarah lets out a sigh and looks straight at me with annoyance. Let me guess. In your case, you'll just sit your ass in that fancy chair up there and do not a thing, huh? Or not do a thing, huh? I take a quick glance back toward my own station. That's incorrect. On the contrary, my role is to utilize the main systems. Any malfunction in software are my responsibility to fix. In other words, you and I must directly work together. I also set the pointer navigation and control the exterior tools too. The blonde blinks twice as hard as if taken aback. Exterior tools on a ship like this? Is this not just a passenger vessel? Examples of tools? The ship is equipped with several weapons. There are also various excavation tools. Wait, excavation tools? And weapons to boot? Why do we need those? We may need resources because where we came from is destroyed, and plus, well, being armed in general is generally, recommended, just in case. Yeah, are they somehow related to our mission? I can understand why you'd come to that conclusion, but no. This is a state-of-the-art spaceship. It's classified under the as-of-yet unannounced Starlight class. Really? It's equipped for a variety of situations, especially those we wouldn't normally account for. At present, we have no use for the tools. They are simply there in case the situation requires them. Well, that's, smart design, at least. Think of them as safety nets. You keep them on hand even though there's no guarantee you'll ever need them. Sarah places a single hand on her chin and lowers her head for a moment. To my surprise, the blonde simply shrugs with minute satisfaction. If you say so. Oh, but hey guys, we could all go digging for fossils on tons of different planets. Maybe even find signs of life. Can you imagine how much acclaim we'd get? And Sarah, I bet your fiancé would love you even more if you brought him home an alien fossil. Like, it'd be the ultimate souvenir. That's ridiculous. He's an adult. Hey, look. Fossils are fucking cool, be it dinosaur or especially an extraterrestrial fossil, sign of life from another planet beyond Earth. That's incredibly awesome. Don't you dare diss that. Why would an adult get all excited over something as petty as that? Because it's an archaeological find that shows that life existed on another planet at some point in its history. Don't tell me it's as boring as you. Besides, haven't you heard of archaeologists? I am not boring. At this point, you are sounding a little boring, or at the very least in denial. Like you're trying too hard to act serious. Feeling that the flames of ferocity are running too hot, I placed myself between the two women. I'm not gonna make it more. Okay, ladies, and that's enough. Let's try to get along, alright? I think we've lingered on this topic long enough. Plus, it's been a long day. Lots of information to process, I'm sure. You're free to spend your time however you'd like for the rest of the night. Why don't you clear your heads off in your rooms? Oh man, it feels like I was scolded. You should be scolded more often, to be honest. Sarah smirks at the girl. That's because you were. Well, at least it wasn't just me. The young woman shrugs her feet before waving goodbye to me and sprinting out of the door. I turn to my soul-remaining companion and force the corners of my lips slightly upward. I hope we can all get along someday soon. Yeah, right. Sarah follows Koda's lead and leaves the room. This isn't what I signed up for. What were they thinking? My shoulders sunk with utter defeat. Oh look, a 90. Oh, now, you know what? I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.